Hello everyone, thanks for joining us. Today we are going to rip this here hobby box of 2022 Topps Heritage Minor League Baseball. Looking forward to doing this one. Very affordable hobby box here. I actually got this for $42 shipped, and you get 2 on-card autos per box. So it's actually a really nice value, and I'm looking forward to digging into this one. Before we go too far, those of you that watch the channel regularly know that I like to do some giveaways, and what I've been giving away my Ultra Passes. For the last video, I gave you a code word to put in if you wanted to enter that giveaway. That code word was Bowman. You know what? I think some of you were busy with some Christmas shopping, didn't get a lot of entries. So here's what I'm going to do. Instead of drawing a random winner, I'm going to reward the people that did actually complete that, put in that password and enter it in. You're all going to get an Ultra Pass, which gets us up to 6, which means that we are getting close to that 10 threshold to do the drawing and to see what cards that you're all going to get. So stay tuned for that, and I will do another giveaway for this video here. We'll do the password later on in the video. Okay, so those of you that entered in as you were supposed to, I will leave a comment or a reply to your comment on the last video letting you know that you won, and you can learn that way how to redeem that, and you'll get more details from me after that. So without further ado, you probably tuned in to watch me rip this box, so let's go ahead and do it. So like I said, 2 on-card autos for $42, obviously the price is going to fluctuate a little bit depending on where you buy it, how much you pay for it. It's going to be different in different places. So you might not necessarily get it for the exact same price, but around $20 an auto, that's not a bad price at all as far as I'm concerned. There's a little bit of a caveat to that, and I will discuss that as we get a little bit closer. But I want to turn my attention to some box toppers here. Ooh, do we have an autographed box topper, or is that... No, it's a facsimile auto. Wow. Way to get me all freaked out here, Topps. But we do have a couple of box toppers, Jordan Lawlar, Errol Vera, and Jason Dominguez. So I guess you're going to get 3 of these at the top of the box. I haven't seen any of this ripped, so I didn't really know what to expect there. The autographs on here, on the autograph cards, will be on cards, so it would look a lot like that, but there's no guarantee on the back or anything, so those are all facsimile autos. We'll just put those guys right up there on a stand. All right, so let's jump right into it. 8 cards per pack, and I have seen a few singles of this posted. In fact, I'll show you one that I picked up that I'm pretty happy with. I was following an eBay auction and snagged this Adael Amador. He's a prospect with the Colorado Rockies, gold, and this is numbered out of 18, so a pretty low-numbered card. So that one was one that I was pretty happy to snag. So this is, just like other Heritage from this year, it's the 1973 design. That is featured on here. It'll be the the white and black heavy design, white on the front, black on the back, as you'll see in just a minute. I want to give you a chance to look at the odds, and my brief look at the odds. You can go ahead and pause it if that's helpful to you, if you like looking at that kind of thing. You can see that it's pretty doable to pull parallels here. I think the print run of this product is not super high. Where's the red? Okay, so the red, you see it right over here. Red is 1 out. Those cards are 101s. So those are what your odds are going to be in this. We'll rip 1 pack to start, and then I'll probably do a multiple pack rip from there on, just so we can get a look at the product. All right. So any of you that have ripped Heritage before, you know that design very well. So it's going to be a little condition sensitive. I guess that's one of the knocks of this design. It's, Heritage is always going to be a paper kind of design. On the back, is where you're going to get a lot of little nicks, this kind of thing right here along the edges, along the corners. So this is a tough product to grade. All of 2022 Heritage is going to be a pretty tough product to grade if you decide to go that way. But it's still kind of a nice design. I think the colors pop off of it pretty well. You can see we've got a few little playoff statistics, little almost subsets within the main set there. Darren Baker, that's Dusty's son. Marco Luciano, this is one of the inserts right here. And we'll keep looking. Nick York, there's a Red Sox player, so I'm going to put aside any of those for my own PC. Tristan Cassius as part of this trio of prospect first baseman here. do have a Tristan Cassius PC going. I'm going to take a close look and make sure I am setting aside any inserts as well, or any other top prospects that I want to single out here. So other things to note about this product, we did briefly look at the odds back there, so you probably saw a few of the parallels. I will break those down for you. We've got blues out of 99. There are also greens numbered to 75. Black parallels are numbered to 50. Golds, as you just saw, I have that Amador one that I bought off eBay. Those are numbered to 18, so pretty low number on those. And then, as I mentioned, the reds, which are 1 of 1s, those are 1 of 1s. And pretty pullable. As far as a 1 of 1 goes, it's not easy to pull one. I've never pulled one, but you look at those odds, 1 out of 3,000 or so, that's not too bad compared to what you'll see on a lot of products with superfractors, that kind of thing. So one of my takeaways based on that is, if you're looking to put together a rainbow, this is not a bad product to do that. For one, you're getting a lot of really cool prospects out of this product. You know that it's kind of doable to pull those parallels. I don't think that the parallels are going to go for a super high price. I can tell you that Amador, for me, what did I spend on that? Something like $15 shipped. And granted, it was an auction, and I think I got it at a particularly good deal. But, I think that these cards in parallels will be somewhat affordable, because it is somewhat duplicative of the Pro Debut set. So, that's something you'll run into a little bit. Let's take a little sneak peek here. That might be a black parallel, or it could just be a card flipped around that might have an auto. So we will see on that one. Let me go ahead and hide that one back up. Whoop. Oh, actually, I think it's just an insert. Well, anyway, another thing you want to keep an eye out for are the high number SPs. So if you flip over the card on the back, you can obviously see the 92 right there. That's number 92 in the set. Anything over 100, or I'm sorry, not 100, 200 is going to be a short print. So that's something that you just want to keep an eye on as you're going through the product here. John Kenzie Noel played in the Futures game. He's a prospect that I like a little bit, so I'll put him aside. One of those sleepy guys that's maybe not in the top 100 on some lists, but has a lot of potential. Ceddanne Rafael, I'll definitely put him aside. Jackson Chourio. So you can see we're getting a lot of the top prospects here. You're going to see most of the guys that you really like. Gunnar Henderson, another one. He was a #1 prospect in baseball before his promotion last year. So you're going to see a lot of the guys you want to find. However, I will caution you, because you'll see a lot of breaks for this, and it'll be a really affordable break. But the thing is, not a lot of the top prospects have autos out of this set. All right, so that's something that you're going to want to keep in mind. I actually put together a list of prospects whose autos you will not find in here. That's a kind of a cool one there. Vladimir Guerrero Sr., part of the Baseball Stars subset, I guess. I don't know the inserts super well in this just yet, so I'm learning a little bit as we go on this one. But let me just give you a little bit of an idea. So if you're going to buy into a break, or you're going to buy a hobby box of this, just be aware. Some of the guys you will not find autos for. You'll find them in the base set, but not autos for. Corbin Carroll, Michael Harris is not in here, does not have an auto. In fact, there are almost no Braves at all in this set. I think there's 3 cards for the Braves. Who else is in here? Adley Rutschman, Gunnar Henderson, Grayson Rodriguez. No autographs for those guys. Tristan Cassius, Nick York. Ronnie Mauricio does not have an auto in here. Harry Ford does. So, it's a little bit of a mixed bag, I guess is what I'm saying. Spencer Torkelson, no auto. Zach Veen, Pete Crow Armstrong. I think what Topps was trying to do with this product was kind of just get some of the more affordable guys to sign. All 3 of these guys, these are some of the best guys that you can find in here. All 3 of these guys have autos in this set. So, it's a little bit of haves and have-nots. Just take a look at the auto checklist before you buy into it. Jordan Walker's not in here. Bobby Witt, Jackson Chourio, Brett Beatty. Those guys do not have autos in here. But like I said, Jordan Lawler, Marcelo Mayer, Ellie De La Cruz is in here, so that's good. Trey Sweeney's in here. Jackson Merrill, James Wood are in here. So, like I said, it's a little bit all over the place. Just be aware of what you're buying into if you buy a box or if you buy into breaks. if you're a Braves fan in particular, I would probably just stay away from this product. There's almost nothing there for you. So just things to be aware of as I go ahead and skip this pack I already put down. All right, Nick Pratto, Alex Benelis, Red Sox prospect there. And we'll just keep on going throughout. Like I said, keep an eye out for those high number SPs. I should make sure that I am going back through and looking at those. Quickest way to do it is just turn them over and check on the reverse. You should be able to see if there are image variations. It usually says right next to the number right there too. So definitely flip your cards over. Make sure you're looking for numbers. It's easy to miss stuff with Heritage. Very common. So something to keep an eye out for there. Another product that I'm going to be ripping soon, I'm hoping Topps can deliver this sooner than later. I did buy Stadium Club Hobby Box, so hopefully I'll be able to rip that in the next couple weeks. It would be nice to check that out. I've seen some of that ripped online. Always one of the best products every single year and a great value. If you got it off the Topps site, those cards on the Topps, those hobby boxes rather on the Topps site were $100 a piece. So that was a really nice deal. There's Bobby Witt. You know what? I'll put Bobby Witt up here because he deserves a little special attention. Zach Veen, a guy that I'm collecting quite a bit. Jordan Lawler, another. So you're seeing a lot of the top prospects here, which is cool. Jackson Merrill, certainly in that discussion as well. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting that Stadium Club Hobby Box in. That one's going to be a fun one to rip. As it is every year. I honestly think that Stadium Club is one of the best values of any Topps product every year. I mean, not only do you get that top-notch photography, but, the autos are usually pretty good in there. It's just fun to flip through and see what you find in Stadium Club. I do wish there were a few more numbered parallels, that kind of thing, out of there, but, it's a discussion that we'll probably have when we actually rip that product. One other thing with Topps Heritage Minors, if you have a box or you're planning on ripping one that you want to keep in mind, there is also a Roberto Clemente super short print in here. I don't know what they call it. Let me see if I can find it really, really quickly here. Yep, I could not find it quickly. It's a really tough pull. I think it's about as hard to pull as a 1-of-1. But there is a Roberto Clemente in here I think he's playing for the Montreal Royals. And that card is quite valuable right now. I think it's going for about $100. So it'll more than pay for your box if you find it. We'll stop right there and get into this stack. So that would be a really cool one to find. I think technically he was a product of the Dodgers system when he was coming up there. So just something to keep in mind. All right, so we get a couple of black cards there. Those could be inserts, could be autographs flipped around. I also see a blue, so that should be a blue parallel. So let me go ahead and get that all figured out. Okay, Austin Hendrick, Reds prospect. Trey Sweeney, one of the up-and-coming Yankees prospects. And is it going to be right behind this? All right, so we have our first blue parallel. And I'm not going to recognize him from the face. Matt McLain is going to be our first parallel. Let me go ahead and get that sleeved up. It is going to be numbered out of 99. Curious to see how many parallels we get in this box. This is the first one so far, but based on the odds, I wouldn't be surprised if we get another one or two potentially. So fingers crossed that we can make that happen. Numbered out of 99, 60 out of 99. So we've got our first parallel here. All right, let's dig back into our prospects here. So this morning is the morning that Aaron Judge re-signed with the Yankees. What a roller coaster ride over the last couple days that ended up being, huh? John Heyman had the report that he was going to sign with the Giants and then had to pull that down and delete the report. Personally, I kind of wonder if he was being played a little bit like a fiddle there. There's a Blaze Jordan. He has autos in here. I kind of wonder if he was being played a little bit by Boris. Unfortunately, I don't know if we'll ever get the full story there. It's you can't exactly come out and play that game of he said, she said as a reporter, speaking as a former sports reporter. It's a tough game to play. Mason Wynn, another top 100 prospect, so is Jackson Jobe. But, going back to the Yankees, I think it was a 9-year, $360 million deal was the last that I saw on that. It was kind of breaking as I went to record that this morning. So Still waiting for some details there, Kevin Alcantara. So we will see. I think Victor Acosta is one of the SPs. Yes, out of 217. So there you go, number 217. I don't know all of these, but I bought a single of this already, so now I have two of them. That's the only reason why I knew Victor Acosta was one of the SPs. So worth noting, they do not flip the SPs around. You're going to have to go find them. It probably doesn't need a top loader. Bobby Witt, you're going to come down here. So just something to keep in mind. I will go back through and flip through each of these after. Tyler Soderstrom, top ace prospect there. I'm torn on how I feel about the whole Aaron Judge situation. Obviously had an amazing, historic kind of year last year, but I don't know if I'd want to be committing that kind of dough to him for 9 years. Basically, when he's 40 years old, he'll be making a crazy amount of money for the Yankees. Does basically guarantee that he will be a legendary all-time, kind of Yankee, though. So that, I'm sure, is part of what appeals to him going back there. Just a crazy kind of whirlwind season. There's Tristan Cassis with the Worcester Red Sox. Not whirlwind season. Whirlwind circumstance there in free agency for Aaron Judge. Okay, is this a parallel? Nope, it's another one of the inserts. Yoelqui Cespedes. Hey, look at that. There's a throwback. Speaking of legendary Yankees, Derek Jeter. This is that Baseball Stars insert. Let's go ahead and see how common those Baseball Stars inserts are. If I can find it quickly. Can I find it quickly? No, I can't. Hopefully you found it, because I sure as hell didn't. There's Adael Amador. There's the base card. All right. I am toying with the idea of chasing down that rainbow now that I have that gold, but I don't know. Rainbows are pain. Rainbows are pain. You know what I mean? Like, you sign up for that, and you're just destined to chase cards down left and right, probably overpay for something here or there, and it's just I don't know if I want to put myself through that. That might just be a card that I either hold or flip, because I think it's a really good value. Not specifically looking for Amador cards, but he is, like I said, a top 100 prospect, Rockies prospect. And, anybody up the middle like that is obviously going to get a lot of attention as well. All right, so I have not given the code for the next Ultra Pass yet. This will be the 7th Ultra Pass. What should we do? Let's just say minors, okay? M-I-N-O-R-S, minors, as in Heritage Minors. That'll be the code. Drop it in the comments below as well. Give us a like and subscribe if you want to be eligible, and we will draw the next Ultra Pass winner probably in the next video. If not the next one, then the one after that. Sometimes I skip a video if I have a mail day or something like that I want to get to first. Okay, so we have not found our autos yet, so they should both be in here. I'm really, really hoping they're both in here, and that we didn't just get skunked out of a couple autos, but I guess we will see. All right, Reed Trimble, there's Riley Green. Was a top prospect. Not the best year for him starting with injury, but wow, that's not a bad one. Jackson Merrill auto. Okay, so, for my money, that would be one of the top autos I think that you can pull out of here. So that's pretty cool. I will take that for sure. Let me get Jackson all sleeved up here, just being a little extra careful with these paper corners, and get it in a top loader. So, hey, not a parallel auto or anything like that. I think you can pull parallel autos. I should probably make sure that I'm not misleading you on that, but that's a pretty cool one. Jackson Merrill auto, I would take that, and we should have one more before we're done here. Here's Jordan Walker, maybe the best prospect in baseball. Could definitely be in that discussion. A guy that I would want to keep an eye on if I were you. Let's see who else we've got. Okay. Warming Bernabel, a guy that had his first Bowman. Not a bad prospect. Actually, I'll keep him over here. All right. Anybody else? There's Robert Hassel, another really nice prospect. Benny Montgomery signs a bunch of things. That's not signed, though. Leo Peguero, he made his debut last year. Really nice prospect and player. There's Jordan Walker again with Brett Beatty and Ellie De La Cruz. Great bunch of prospects there. J.C. Correa on the insert. Henry Davis. And if you notice, that was not flipped upside down either. So we're going to probably just get the one parallel, and we better get a second auto, or else it's not going to be great. All right. Orelvis Martinez, Joe Mack, Miguel Blaze. That's another guy I would love to get. High upside guy with the Red Sox. And there's our second auto. See, never in doubt. So we'll get this one sleeved up. Unfortunately, did not find a low-numbered parallel unless one of these down the stretch happens to be a flip stock, which those can be sneaky, as I've discussed on this channel before. If you haven't seen my how to tell if you have a flip stock video, you can find it. It's out there. It's not that hard to track that down. It's a little different out of this, though, because the flip stocks are actually numbered in the minors variation. So that part is slightly different. There's a Corbin Carroll, another great guy to be holding there. High upside guy, Luis Gonzalez, and there's a Henry Davis. So what I'm going to do real quick, and if that is not appealing to you, totally fine. I'm just going to go through and check for high number SPs. Again, we're looking for anything over 200. I think you should get 4 per box. And also the numbers are down here. If you're not sure if you have a flip stock, it should be numbered right there. But I'm looking for anything over 200. I'm also looking to see if there's any variations because I haven't seen any cards flipped upside down. And, you know, so that kind of indicates to me that they don't flip any upside down. If they're not flipping autos and they're not flipping parallels, then, you know, it's very possible to miss something in here. So, you know, you can pull image variations. Okay, so Henry Davis right there is a short print. You can pull image variations out of here. They are pretty tough pulls. So I wasn't holding out hope for one of those, but you don't know for sure. And we'll keep going through. Luis Rodriguez was a short print as well. So, you know, not crazy valuable cards on those short prints, but you always want to check that out. Also, if you're not sure, check the code down here. The code will be slightly different. So you can see that ends in 417. The short print is going to end in 431. And same thing with image variations. Those will also have completely different codes. I'm going to grab the base cards really quickly just to make sure I didn't miss any short prints. And I'm sorry, this is probably not the most entertaining television here, but you know, I think not enough people go back and check their cards just to make sure that they didn't miss anything. And that's not a recipe for success, in my opinion. Even just doing this, I'll be able to feel the flip stock if I happen to miss one along the way, because the paper, that rough back on the paper, just feels so different from the glossy front. You should be able to tell that right away. But I also want to check for image variations. I mean, these are the ones that I considered base cards, so I'm not expecting anything out of this stack. But always go back and check, please. I hate those stories. You see them every now and then when people say, oh, I went back and I found an SSP mixed in with my commons. It's like, come on, man. Just pay attention in the beginning, and that probably won't happen to you. I guess if you're breaking a ton, maybe some stuff can slip by if the breaker missed it and they didn't sleeve it up. But, you know, you bought these cards. You might as well take the time. Go back. Just check. Just do your own little sanity check and make sure you didn't miss anything crazy, which we didn't with this. But we did go back and we found those 2 SPs, which means that we got 3 in this box, which is probably about right odds-wise. So we'll just do a very quick recap. We've got this thick stack of top prospects, Corbin Carroll, all these guys, Jordan Walker, every kind of prospect you would want there. We got a bunch of the inserts. I'm not nuts about the inserts out of this. I mean, they're fine. That Derek Jeter one's pretty cool. I kind of like that one. Roberto Campos, you know, I mean, they're just fine. I think you can get numbered versions of these too, but I didn't see anything nuts there. We've got our box toppers, Jason Dominguez, Errol Vera, and Jordan Lawler. 2 of those guys anyway, top baseball prospects. For our SPs, we've got the Victor Acosta one, Luis Rodriguez, and Henry Davis. Again, you can tell that by seeing that those numbers are over 200. And in terms of parallels, we've just got this one Matt McLain here. He is numbered out of 99. And we've got these 2 autos here, particularly psyched about the Jackson Merrill one. That's a really nice one to pull, so I like that one a lot. Thank you for tuning in. Again, if you want to enter the contest, go back and watch the video. I'm not going to you can't skip to the end. I'm not going to let you cheat, okay? But like the video, subscribe, and enter the password that I said during the video, and you'll be eligible for the next Ultra Pass. I've got all 100 cards picked out for that giveaway. So we're ready to run it as soon as we get all 10 Ultra Passes given out. Thank you, as always, for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.